Hello and welcome to Editing with My Wife, now with less control. My name's The Hooded Philosopher and I'm here with Cheesy Loops. Nice hair, Cheesy Loops.
Thank you.
Less control. Chapter 15, a way up and then down.
The harpies were a lot friendlier to the Fae than to the humans. While they will downright attack a human, a Fae they treat with contempt. Maybe it's because they feel that they are the best form of the Fae, or maybe they just don't like others, even other harpies. Give me a second. Wait. I did not prepare myself. There we go. Glimmer did not come to them in their form, nor did any of the others, opting to look human. Nevertheless, the harpies didn't attack. They knew who Glimmer was, the rightful heir to the journey. They stayed back until they arrived at a large roost, nests hanging all over. The giant nest looked comfortable enough, all covered in feathers. Glimmer stood in front of it. Everyone else stood behind Garland, who stopped them, his arm extended. Be at the main road to the kingdom. Meet us there, and fight alongside your ancient rock one last time. Heads popped out of the edge of the nests.
This is something different, I think.
Yeah. We don't trust the exiled prince, one of them shouted. We follow the queen, another said. To think of what I have learned in exile, the queen is against the prophecy, the very prophecy that will free you from this arboreal
trees
prison. Don't you want to fly high into the sky for a world only for the fly high into the sky in a world only for the harpies? You could finally build your temples, learn and grow how you want in
your way.
And grow how you want to in your way. Not how some fairy does it in her world.
Not some other fairy. Or some fairy. He's referring to his mother there.
Yeah. Aren't you tired of being subjugated? Don't you want to be free? Glimmer said back, hoping for some change in attitude. The prince is not to be trusted. Deliver us the rock, then you shall have our aid, he quoted the relevant lines. Don't trust me, trust the prophecy. He finished and turned around, walking back to the party. One of them jumped out of the nest. She was taller than he expected, with long black wings instead of arms. Some gray jutting out of the black feathers spoke of her age. You claim to be the harbinger of freedom, she cocked her head. And that is a terrible place to stand. A place that could cost you much. The other harpies were worked up, small noises coming from all around. The elder let out a loud caw. It became silent. Bring us our rock. Bring us our rock. Wow. And we will follow it wherever it decides to go. Now be gone, little ones. Take your rabble and go do what must be done. She turned her back on them.
Sorry. It's a big word.
Glimmer looked back at the party. They stood together in awe of what they were seeing, save for Eleanor, who was clearly distracted by something talking in her head. Is that all? Eleanor asked. Glimmer waved them back the way they came. We have said all we needed to say. We have said all we need to say. At least while we were here. At least while we're here. Wow, why am I having troubles?
You've seen a lot of words already. Go ahead.
They took a different path that led into a cave. It ended shortly after they saw a massive steel ornate door covering in etching of the skulls of various animals and monsters. Glimmer approached the door alone again. A smaller door opened, and a skeleton walked out. What's going on, Glimmer? I never thought I'd see you again. Hey, Glax, how's the kingdom faring? We have been happy. When are you going to finally die and settle down with a lovely set of bones? It is quite a fulfilling life. Maybe after the prophecy is filled, then I can meet you in your own kingdom. Maybe even in your own world. Maybe. He looked back and saw the others. Bring your friends. They take a break like the humans do at the finger and eye.
It's an if.
Bring your friends if they take a break like humans do at the
So
finger
they
mount.
can take a break.
Okay.
Something like that. Okay.
He led them through a building filled with skeleton creatures. Even the lakes had skeleton mermaids, and fish in the air had skeletal harpies flying with the skeletal birds. They arrived at the tavern. The man behind the counter gasped. Glax looked at him. Today's your lucky day. We have guests.
So there's this thing that I wanted to do with Glax.
Yeah.
He could be Glint.
Yeah.
And not remember Glint, but be Glint.
Yeah.
But he's not alive, so there's no glint in his eye. And there's a reason why there's undead, and it's becoming a real problem. And that gets into the next chapter.
Okay.
But other than that, keep that in mind as we go along. It's like he's friendly with our hero in that sense, Glimmer in that sense. There's a little bit of glint in this character. I'm trying to get in there. It's not really, I don't think. But he went to the harpies. The harpies say, "Give us our rock, and we'll follow it wherever you put it, wherever it goes." And
they seem skeptical, and they
of
seem
course.
On edge.
But they'll do what
The
the
rock.
prophecy requires.
Mm-hmm.
So that was the point of them.
Yeah.
They're not like friendly fae. They never were or really are portrayed that way
No, they're not.
in history. They're always very antsy and cruel to other creatures. All right.
I'm excited for the undead world.
That's going to come out quick. All right. We will see you next time. Thank you. Like, comment, subscribe, that kind of thing.
Bye.
I love my wife so much. She's one of the most beautiful people in the world, and she's got the heart of just a gold in a heart.